It's all free info.
Right.
It's all free information, but people make it complicated. That's the shit I don't get. Like, why people have to go through that in order to learn about another way to capitalize off the shit that happens around us.
Right.
What's going on, everyone? I hope you're having a beautiful start to your holiday season. Thanksgiving is coming up, which means the banks are going to be closed. I want to talk about the industry of Forex being recession-proof, pandemic-proof, basically everything-proof. There's a way to capitalize off the economy based off the news that affects the economy. So let's get into it. Currently, we have Bitcoin on our chart, right? We can see Bitcoin. I'm going to highlight right over when the pandemic started. So we have it right around March time. You can see it's at an all-time low. It was currently at, back then it was around 5,000, 6,000. Now it's reaching all-time highs, record-breaking highs at 18,000. If you had bought Bitcoin during the pandemic when it had first started, then you would have had a very nice triple return on your investment. Now, what is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is digital currency that is not regulated by banks, not controlled by it's regulated by banks, but it's not controlled by the government. So it's the new way to unify society through its currency. Why? Because all our money is held in the treasury and run by the governments and everything. So right now, we have all these new digital currencies that are being regulated by banks. Banks currently right now are buying up currencies such as Ripple, which I'm going to get into, that we gave a good gift to our team way back when the pandemic even before hit. So I'm going to cover all those basics and just basics. I'm not going to really go into the whole, like the whole spiel of this is the wonderful world of cryptocurrency. I just want to give you guys an idea as to how you can capitalize off of it. So I'm going to show you guys this picture right here. This was February 19th, 2020. We told our students, here's a gift for everyone. Tax season's coming up. Don't know what to do with your money. Rather than spend it or waste it, here's how to invest it. Buy Ripple, XRP. You're welcome in the next decade of riches. Forex with finesse. So that was February, before we even knew about the pandemic hitting. Now, going back over here, we have Bitcoin. I'm going to pull up Ripple now. And guys, it's important to keep track of how you can use all these outlets to secure another income for yourself. It's much harder right now. Think about it. If we were in World War III, if there was a war to break out, you need to have cold, hard cash on hand. And that's pretty much what we wanted to do with Forex. Yes, we can have a job. Yes, we can be going to school. Both me and Xavier are both graduates from college. And we wanted another way to secure an income because with everything that goes on in the world and the unpredictability of what's going on in the world, we need to be able to have another set of income on our hands to be able to survive in the upcoming decades in the near future. So XRP, you can see, just skyrocketed from its current price of back then. Again, I'll zoom out, show you guys where it was during COVID time. So it was hovering around 16, 17, 20 cents, and it just skyrocketed to 54 cents. That's another double of your income, of your investment. That's a great return on investment, your ROI. So what's going on? Why is everything rallying up right now? Reason being is the vaccine. The coronavirus vaccine is hyping up banks and causing all this influence towards investors and hedge funds to go buy up the stock market. So they're buying up all these indices, all these cryptocurrencies. You'll see if you look at the market, everything is skyrocketing right now because we're said to recover from the pandemic. The vaccine is making everyone believe that we're going to go back to normal. So does it take time? Of course, it's going to take time for us to go back to what we once knew. But what I'm saying is the hype that this is all going to be over from that vaccine is causing people to buy up all these currencies and the stock market. Here's an article that I want to show you guys. It's from Cointelegraph. They do pretty much outlooks for cryptos. So US dollar squeeze and 19K Bitcoin, 5 things to watch in Bitcoin this week. I'm not going to go through all that. You see me talk about DXY. We talk about how we can use the United States dollar to capitalize off of other currencies within the market. So If you look at Forex and it's quite confusing to you, there's no need for it to be confusing. Anything you learn in life that's brand new to you, of course, is going to be a little bit confusing because it's brand new. But what you want to come to understand is if you apply yourself, have patience, and focus on your discipline to your craft, then you too can learn how to trade Forex. It's really not that difficult. I take the United States dollar, compare it to other currencies, and depending how the United States dollar is influencing other currencies, I know what to do with these currencies. So it even says it right here. By the way, learning Forex is free information, but you need a mentor to guide you onto what you need to know, what you want to know, and what you don't need to know. The information out there is so vast that there's no one there to organize it for you for what you need to learn how to trade. So right here, DXY. DXY is the United States dollar. DXY descends to familiar lows. And my favorite line from here was the US dollar currency index, which tracks USD against a basket of 20 trading partner currencies, has fallen lows seen twice since August, with monthly losses totaling nearly 2.2%. Fine. As Cointelegraph often reports, DXY tends to show an inverse correlation to Bitcoin, meaning protracted weakness comes in tandem with stronger BTC to USD performance. All you had to focus on was DXY tends to show an inverse correlation to Bitcoin. Whatever is happening to DXY is the opposite of what's going to happen to Bitcoin. So let me pull up DXY. If we see Bitcoin is going up, what can you anticipate that DXY is doing? I'll let you guys sit on that for like 2 seconds while this loads up. But all we do is compare these things for one confirmation, and we teach our students other confirmations to give you a profitable trade. It's not just one thing and okay, you're ready to go. Now look at the DXY. It's just been falling. And I've actually highlighted this to explain to people who feel like Forex is complicated. You see this gold arrow over here? This gold arrow shows you what happened to the United States dollar, where it was when the pandemic just hit. I'm highlighting March, the beginning of March. It was at 102. Now it's at currently this area and lows, meaning all-time lows at 92. This is December, not December, whoa, this is November, March. Look at the difference. So we're literally watching off what is going on in the economy. A pandemic hit. Common sense would just tell you, okay, if a pandemic hit, people are working less. All that means is the United States is going down. Why? Because we're not working like we used to. We're not as we used to. Businesses are losing money. So if the economy is losing money, the value of our money will go down. That's common sense. If shit hits the fan, then the dollar will go to shit. Simple. Use this in correlation to other currencies so that you can understand where can I capitalize off of. And that's where your mentor comes in. You need a mentor to tell you what to identify, show you how to identify trends and zones and how to move about in the market so you can have profitable trades. Do we trade every day? No, but we look at the market frequently so we can find our next profitable trade. So you have the United States dollar. We just sent our students a year ago, right? Not a year ago, February, to buy Ripple with their tax money. You have a triple on your investment from 17, 20, 40, 60, where it's at 54 cents right now. Think about that. Bitcoin is also at all-time highs. You could have bought into it when it was 6,000 or 5,000 when the pandemic just hit. Now, I'll also go back to, let me take it down to the monthly time frame and look at all the data that you have. This is 1986. So all the data that you have from back then, what do we know that happened around 2008 area? The recession. With the recession, look what happened. This was right around this area. This is around the recession time because this is 2007, right around here, all-time low. And we came out of that. This was currently from 2014 to 2016. And we were up. Now we're reaching all-time lows again. If we come back down here, this is recession time. So again, I've said this before, the world is not predictable. I mean, the world is not rigged, but it's predictable because you see the market coming to all-time lows and react to it. All-time low again and react to it. That's all you need to focus on. There's not much else that you need to focus on when it comes to overlooking a price of a chart or overlooking a price of a currency? Where was it at? What was it doing around these times? And the reason why I say recession proof and pandemic proof is with everything that was going on, as long as you have internet, access to your phone or a computer, you can trade. You're trading your own money. You're not trading anybody else's money. You're not giving your money to somebody for them to go trade for you. You control everything. You control when you want to get in. You control when you want to get out. You control how much you want to risk. You control how much you want to make. You control all of that. It all depends on your own mentality and your own discipline and patience to get in and get out. It's double dutch. Like, you know when to get in. Okay, I'm going to ride this for a little bit. I'm tired now. I'm out. That's exactly what this is like. So going back to Dixie, showed you guys what it was like from the pandemic time prior. Right when it hit, we just dropped. You saw that we can invest into Bitcoin right when the pandemic hit, when it was 6,000, 3 times that now, 18,000. Ripple was at 17.20 cents. Now it's at 54 cents and constantly rising. This was in the last 2 days. In the last 2 days, yesterday it was at 40 cents. Now it's at 54. Banks are constantly buying up cryptocurrency right now because of no safe haven around because of the vaccine. So think about all that together. The pandemic hit and the economy went to shit. Cool. Then we have a vaccine after all this elapsed time, a good 6 months, all this elapsed time, a vaccine is coming out. Now everybody's hyped. Everybody's excited. Okay, the vaccine's coming out. We're going to be saved. So let's go buy up the stocks. That's how the corporate world works. So whenever shit is bad, they buy. Whenever shit is about to get better, they buy. They want the value to go up. With the value going up, they'll make money once the economy, as we can see right here with Dixie, is climbing back up. Showed you guys on Cointelegraph that it shows you right here, the free information. Dixie tends to show an inverse correlation to Bitcoin. This is with a lot of currencies. It said 20 currencies. There's anything, supply squeeze, biggest story of Bitcoin. Within Bitcoin, the emerging narrative that buyers are simply demanding more coins can be produced continues. As noted previously, this is being driven by corporate entities, notably Grayscale, Square's, Cash App, and PayPal, with the requirements of all three only rising with time as more clients choose to buy Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency is being introduced more and more across platforms, across the corporate America, across corporations all around the world. Cryptocurrency is being not influenced, but adapted into. And this brings me to another thing. If you choose not to adapt to the next world, when I say the next world, our new norm is going to become life as we know it. So with that being said, all this information is free for you to access, but to organize it, you need a mentor. So you can see right here, Cash App, PayPal, banks, these are all big corporations that regulate money to influence their economies. Society is going to be unified through cryptocurrency. Digitizing money allows us to no longer have wire transfers, no longer have to send money here to get correlation exchange rates to here. There's no need for any of that. What you can do is learn about these new currencies so that within the next decade, you can profit off of them. Also, do not be misconstrued with, okay, Forex is a scam. You can make money off Forex. Ripple is going up still right now, holding that high. Beautiful. Forex is about trading the exchange rate. You go from here and take a flight to, let's just say, Mexico. The exchange rate between the United States dollar and pesos is what you do as a Forex trader. You're trading the exchange rate. And the exchange rate changes from the month to the 4-hour to the hour to the 30-minute. All depending on what you want. You can see that it's constantly moving within 30 minutes, 15 minutes. So you'll find a style that suits your nature. And a lot of times your trading style matches your personality, your own characteristics, your own character. So if you're an aggressive person, you'll trade aggressively. You'll become a scalper. And you learn to adapt and find your way. Maybe you'll become a swing trader, which is long-term, or intraday, which is like where scalpers and swing traders meet at a half and half. So with this, you're filing taxes, you're profiting off of it, you get in, you get out, and you go about your day. You're not watching this all day. There's a way for you to capitalize off of this. Let's say you're going about your 9 to 5, your daily life, and you're trained to identify a setup. You know how to trade Forex. So if you know how to trade Forex and you don't want to do it every day, that's fine. But if you have, you know what, I'll give you guys a good example. You've seen a lot of naked charts on my screen, so I'm not going to pull up another one. This is EUR USD. Based off how the United States dollar moves, I can use it to correlate with EUR USD, the euro to the United States dollar. So right here, I have EUR USD. This is called marked up. Marked up means I have zones marked up. I have a line through it to show me where I can enter trades and what do I want to see. So currently, I've been eating off EUR USD for quite some time. I caught this trade with the team. I marked up these zones for quite some time across. All I want to show you guys is this just happened this morning. It came right to a zone, reacted to it. I know it was going to come to this zone and react to it. Why? Because it did it before. Look at that. History repeats itself. So I can use this to my advantage because I know what is going to happen because I'm trained. I studied. And you can do this too. And what you could have done here is you would have entered in for a sell. Why? Because there's an area of confluence, meaning there's not two things touching. There's a whole bunch of people looking at this area that they see that it would go down. So they push the market to the downside. There's a lot of terms in this industry. They all mean the same shit. There's no need to get confused of, okay, confluence means this and an area reaction means this. You mark up your zones, you wait for price to come to your area, you execute with confidence. That's it. You don't need to complicate it. That's why all the information out there will have you confused because you have bullish and bearish. Bullish and bearish means up and down. So up and down, bullish and bearish, dovish and I forgot what the other one is, but all those words, they mean the same thing, up and down. Buy low, sell high. It's at a high. What did we do? We sold high. What you could have done here is, I'll give you guys some sauce right now. This is our high, right? Top of my zone, came right here to this area. That's a risk of 20 pips, 20 points, 25 points. To make the lows over here, came all the way down here, 90 pips. So you would have risked $20 to make $90. Don't focus on the money. We focus on points. You could just simply add a zero to both of them. Risk 200 to make 900. Risk 2,000 to make 9,000. Risk 2 cents to make 9 cents. However you want to look at it, it's up to you. As long as you have the capital to trade at reasonable sizes. So if you have a $100 account, you're not going to try to make $2 grand off this trade. It's not going to happen. What you need to focus on is risk management, and that is what we teach our students. So we went over how to incorporate cryptocurrencies, Ripple and Bitcoin. We sent our students almost a year ago to buy Ripple. We teach you how to use your risk and how to manage money. So imagine if you were a part of our team in February when you were able to buy Ripple at a low cost at 17 cents. Now it's at 54. That's double your investment. Then you have Bitcoin, which we also mentioned when it was at 6,000 and now it's at 18,000. That is the influence that we want to bring to this industry. It's free info, but we just need to be guided. We were a part of marketing platforms that were focused on having a team and joining people up, signing people up to join our team. That's not what we're about. We want to make this information as accessible and affordable as possible.
Thanks for watching our video, guys. If you learned something, hit the thumbs up. Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you check out these other videos for more tips on how to improve your trading, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the finesse.